Greetings. I am here to talk about Rowe's, what do you want to call this document? What's the name of the story? Already off to a great start. Please don't use the restraints for getting failure in childbirth. So before I even get into just the meat of the subject, first off, I really love the way she connects it to, I think it's autoethnography type deal. That was really cool how she connected it to like artifacts and stuff. Made it more understandable for a person who's not very good with autoethnographies in general, or just general self-performances. So I thought it was really cool, and I really did love the way she put a button on the end of this. She started out talking about the artifacts, and she ended it with, "I paid paid US $56 for a beat up 1986 edition of A Woman Born. It was a deal. An old artifact with a new story." I just thought it was a really cool way of ending it. But to get into the meat of what she's talking about here, she essentially starts out with, talking about, she mentions one of the major references she makes is to a Halberstam. And the first, I want to quote this because this is thing she pulls on a lot, is as Halberstein 2011 reminds me, resistance lurks in the performance of forgetfulness itself, hiding out in oblivion and waiting for a new erasure, inspire a new beginning. Page 69, this place of birth and failure can become a site of resistance. So basically, in short, her entirety of her story was that she really wanted this child to be born naturally, or through vaginal, I believe is what she described it as. And she ultimately it got to the point where it just wasn't happening. Her body was not having it. And so eventually she went into a emergency C-section operation. And she describes her experience, how painful it was. Because at first she was overdue, way overdue. Because she really wanted, just take her time. But she ended up rushing it because of the due dates. Because, for the baby's health and stuff. So, all that jazz. And she also, I think a big chunk of it is that she also warned other, starting mothers that, oh, and there's one thing that was actually really funny to me, I have to share it. She mentions in one, because she gets an email from a midwife saying something about two big old poops, and my favorite line of this is, "Nothing. This did nothing. Not even the two big old poops as promised." I'm sorry, that's just funny. That's just very funny to me. But anyways, she sits there and I think and she really touches on a lot of great subjects. She sits there and I think in the last bit of her essay here, reflecting on it, she's like, because she could have listened to Halberstam and, just forgot, and that's like a way of moving on. But she chose to fight it, and and through forgetting, she wouldn't have been able to tell such a story. And as from an autoethnographic standpoint, that's really, really powerful, because forgetting certain things in your life may not necessarily be the best for you. And to me, that's super, super important. But overall, about the pregnancy factors, for a white heterosexual male like myself, it's we don't know what they're going through. It's, from what I've gathered, it's apparently hell, is what I've gathered. But it's just something super, super powerful. And it's not all sunshine and roses, and as she clearly describes. She actually mentioned she has panic attacks and stuff like that. She she rode on a broken gurney, had a terrible doctor. And during the time she was trying to give a natural birth, she was not on very good or very well medicated. So she was feeling everything. And vomiting all over the place too. That was a very common symptom she had, apparently. But no, it was just very, very powerful. And I guess a question that I have in general is that, what, as a white heterosexual male, can I do to understand, or better understand, the struggles of childbirth and that such? Other than that, it's the only real question I have. So thank you for your time, and see you next time.